Shalom, shalom. To all that have listened to the 3 segments of the second beginning, I say that if you come in on this segment, first go look at the first 3 before you look at this one. Then you will know all what's been said, and it won't seem or sound so controversial. Right now, I am at a place where I am hearing so much misinformation that Japheth is putting out there that got everybody just completely confused. I'm here to say first things first. This is true, honest studying. What the Father gives is what the Father gives. Whether we accept it or not. Hey, if it's truth, then it's going to come to pass. If it's not truth, then no matter what you do or what you say, it ain't going to last. So, what is I'm saying? I want y'all to listen to me on this. When it was a Japheth only teaching, Moses was of Japheth line, Noah was of Japheth line, David was of Japheth line, Emmanuel, Japheth line. When it was all whitewashed, there was no questions. Nobody didn't say this, nobody didn't say that. Everybody smiled and went along with it. Yes, sir, like you know. Dun, 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 dun. Now that there are evidence to show what was taught was completely whitewashed, now you got these people. I seen online today that the Mormons and the Israelites is arguing about 1619. You will see what 1619 is when I bring up the last installment of Japheth today. But my question is this. How many of you know that you can go into the middle of Africa, find the darkest, nappy-headed African you can find? This lady can get pregnant and give birth to a completely white baby with green eyes and never slept with the Caucasian race. You want to know why? Every race of people came out of one woman. I don't care how you put it. And then if you're talking about the second coming, every race came out to 4 women. Noah wife, Ham wife, Japheth or Japheth wife, and Shem wife. I got a complete wondering. How are you fighting for the Renaissance paintings and teachings when you know before the 1300s everything, even in the Roman diocese, have pictures of a black Madonna, has pictures of a black Mary, has statues of a black Mary. When you go all the way back and go through all the hieroglyphics that you found in Egypt, each time when they show them, they don't show no blonde, blue-eyed person. Because why? Now, this is facts, statistical facts. And I want you to sit here, and I want you to go and understand. All the ass-neck Jews right now that's over in Israel, I want you to check out the cancer rate in them, skin melanomas and whatnot. Check out how many is dying of cancer. Do you want to know why? To be that close to the equator requires melanomin or melatonin to be in your skin, to be able to allow the sun rays to reflect off. Now, do you want to know why they got so much skin cancer? They don't have enough of this in their skin. And the rays is not bouncing off. It's being absorbed. And it turns them. What are you saying, Eddie? That is not their region. They is not built to live in that region. Just like you got these Mormons teaching and these Israelites, they sit up debating on something that really don't make no sense at all. They's talking about DNA. Now my question is this. The Shemites and the Hamites intermingle throughout the whole book. Moses married Ethiopian. Solomon married Queen Sheba. Come on. David, Uriah's wife. They intermingle all through the book. So when we get here and we say that we are the Shemites, you got them up here arguing and debating, saying, no, we ain't that. But yet and still, whenever you see the 1619, you're talking about the Africans that came from over there, they say, oh, they look like Isaac Newton. Their hair long, stringly, raggedy. Now I want you to think about it. Why would they come, the Portuguese, and steal slaves off the African coast? I want you to listen to me. Sail down toward the Dominican Republic, get intercepted by 2 British pirate ships. And the pirate ships take the people to Virginia, which was a new form of America, Virginia, and put them in slavery if they was Caucasian. In that case, you didn't have to go to Africa to find Caucasians. You didn't have to enslave Caucasians. Their stories are so preposterous, don't make no sense. But they teach it. And just one thing what I know about words, they are so powerful that once you put them out there, you can't change it. somebody somewhere is going to believe the words that is out there, whether they right or wrong. So, what is I'm saying? You have to watch what you say. Some is saying that Judah rejected Emmanuel and he went to the Gentiles. That ain't right. You need to read your books. He said, I come for the lost sheep of Israel. He didn't came for none other. Well, he said, I came to my own people, and they rejected me not. Israel got 12 tribes. And whether you like it or not, the ethnic Jews is part of Israel. But you want to, hey, they jet the grandchildren. They part of Israel. Because you want to accept it or not. But there was only 2 tribes that at least tried to follow the teachings. See, I'm here to tell y'all. Before you do all this knocking and beating and banging, get your facts together. Stop going off what you feel, what your pastor taught you. Stop going off of all this other stuff. And let's get back to the truth. You're going to hear something of Nimrod, which uses in the line of Ham. That is the next segment after this. Just one thing that Nimrod and them had that made them so successful. They was on one accord, in one place, with one language, one teaching. And they believed in it. We today, the Father says, I hate religion. This is where all your fightings and division and whatnot come from. Everybody figured their teaching is better than the other teaching. Everybody figure their knowledge is better than the other knowledge. But if we were smart, we would all come together, put all our knowledge together, sort out all the crap that been added, get the real word. See, listen. Josiah, which was the 8-year-old preacher that everybody who's of the Old Testament understand and know, where his high priest and them was going to pay the builders to build the temple, rebuild the temple, because it was destroyed and whatnot. And I got a question to ask all of you. You know the story that when they found the book of the law, they brought it to Josiah, and when it was read to Josiah, he rent his clothes, and he was so wroth, and then he called everybody together and said, you know, how long has it been we've been teaching this and going this and studying this way, and now here's the truth, and now I found we was in error, so now we're going to change the way that we've been doing things. Everybody focused on that, but they didn't focus on this. I ask you a quick question. Where was the book lost at? Anybody know? Where was the book lost? We know that it was found in the temple in the ruins. But nobody realized that the word was lost in the temple. What you mean? In order to find the word in the temple, it first had to be lost in the temple. So if the word was lost in the temple, and they continued to serve and try and do what they thought was right, that's why the book says, there's a way that seemeth right unto a man. All this teaching, and none of you really even understand. I'm going to throw this out there to you because, as I said, 1619 is here. That they was just arguing about that last night. The Father was giving it to me and showing me and whatnot. The 400 years is 402 years and 2 months of slavery that just went through. So he showed it to me. I'm writing it down. I'm going, and then here I go through my YouTube and sees the Moorian and Israelites October the 5th something had a debate, 4 of them, and they are fussing about something that none of them understood. First thing first, none of our religion is going to get us in. I don't care if you're from Apostolic, Holiness, Pentecostal, fire baptized, smoking Joe, snorting can't, it don't matter. Baptist, Laptist, Kikis, Nickus, it don't matter. Hindu, Bendu, your grandma hairdo, it don't matter. All these different religions is an abomination to him. Because I'm going to show you something. Now I want you to really listen at this. The King James Version that you and I stand up and kill and beat and ready to fight people over was not the first book. This was the book for the Church of England. It was commissioned in 1604, published in 1611. But the book that came over here with the settlers was not King James Bible. It was the Geneva Bible. And the reason why the Geneva Bible came over here with the settlers was because King James banned it because it spoke against his power. So he created another book, another Bible. He commissioned another Bible. Now ask yourself this question. How come the Geneva book, Bible, if you want to go and look it up, it's in Britannica. Don't worry, as I got all this right here. I'm just touching on it before I go in it, because I don't know if I'm going to go in it today or just give an exportation on the final part of Japheth, which that's what I believe I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the final expectation of the thing of Japheth. Because when I give you this last part, you will understand why I'm saying what I'm saying and what promote me to say what I'm saying. That you will have proof for your own self to what I'm saying is the truth. It's what is printed, what we know. It's not nothing fabricated, not nothing nobody told me, not nothing nobody taught me. It is truth. All these camps who is fighting against one another, that is a new form of religion. And I'm here to tell you really truly, if you are a black man, then you are a man of a crayon. You is a crayon because that's color. If it's your boy, then you is still in the house of a slave. Let me make you laugh. My daughter came and told me this funny little joke. And I really caught it, but to me it was so corny that it was funny. She said, "Pops," I said, "What, baby?" She said, "Why couldn't Emmanuel wear jewelry?" And I sit there and wonder, what is she talking about? Why couldn't Emmanuel wear jewelry? I said, "Well, baby, I don't know why Emmanuel can't wear jewelry. Why can't Emmanuel wear jewelry?" She said, "Because he break every chain." Oh, I said, "Now get away from me." Now, it's funny the way she said it. But if you listen to the content, it is 100% true. Because he do break every chain. They're not talking about this kind of jewelry, but he do break the chains. Now, this false teaching been going on for so long. And everybody is so caught up about who is right, who is wrong, what is right, what is wrong. Can anybody tell me the name that they was using who the Father, well, who Emmanuel told them, "Depart from me, I know you not. Your work is the work of iniquity." And the people said, "Haven't we cast out many in your name? Haven't we healed sick in your name?" Now, Japheth taught you that they was able to do all that, but they wasn't really sincere. Do that make sense? Whenever Emmanuel said, "If I cast out the devil by the devil, then who did your Father cast him out by?" A house divided against itself cannot stand. Now, if he gave that insight, I want you to catch this insight. The only thing religion do is divide you. I want y'all to hear me. The only thing religion do is divide you. Where the Father sent the Son, and the Son said, who the Son set free is free indeed. Now my question is this to you. All of you who's following all these religions, how free are you? How free? Now you can ask me the same thing. Eddie, how free are you? And you want to know how free I am? I don't have to worry about calling no pastor, telling no pastor. I'm going here, I ain't going to be at this study. I'm going there. Because as you said, that's just a form of respect. I ain't got to worry about if I don't give you no money, I'm sat down on the front row. Or somewhere. I can't pray or do nothing in the place. I don't have to worry that one of your secret spies is standing around and you see Mary Jo come in my house. And now you go back to the church and say Mary Jo and Brother Eddie was together. And now it's this big scandal where I can't sing on the choir, I can't pray, I can't be on the usher board, I can't. How free is you? I've seen many houses towed completely up to where they tell the man, them not your children. That's not your wife. I've seen many houses destroyed because they tell a woman, hey, you serving Jesus now. Don't let them put that beer in your refrigerator. And the man ain't even saved. So now you done took the authority from the one who the Father gave the authority, who's going to have to give an account for everything that goes on in the house. You done took the authority away from him. And then you ask yourself, where is the man? I tell you where the man is. You don't run him away with your religion. Emmanuel said your religion have separated between you and your Father. And you want to know what religion is? Your teachings. I ask you. Matter of fact, I beg you, all who see this introduction to the last phase, and I give you the words of the study, it's Japheth strong. That the last part of Japheth. But Noah had 3 sons, so Japheth's going out the way. Well, let me put that here. Japheth's going out the way. Okay, Japheth's going out. Japheth is gone. Japheth is gone. And that leave 2 more. Now, whether you say Shem was the oldest, or whether you say Japheth was the oldest, I did it in the order that the Father gave me. So you will see who was your captor, who is pulling all the political strings right now, who control your worship right now. Everything out the descendants of Japheth. Watch this. Your New Testament been translated in the Greek, right? Or our New Testament. Japheth, who is Japheth's son, is the father of the Greeks. Magog, who is Japheth's son, is the father of the Russians. I want you to think about this. Everything that you is being taught, not one descendant of Shem is teaching you that. So now this is my question. I'm going to go over for a few seconds and then I'm cutting off. I'm not even going to go into the last installment of Japheth Strong until the next video. Because I done 30 minutes, so, it's no need me even trying to go into that. But I got this question. Can a man tell a woman how it feels to be pregnant? But two women can have a conversation and relate and understand all the effects of being pregnant. What are you saying, Eddie? Japheth is the only one of Noah's sons who his line and heritage did not intermingle with Shem or Ham. What I mean by did they intermingle? They didn't marry in them. Their sons did not marry their daughters. Their children did not marry none of them. Their ways was way different. Why you think the Sadducees and the Pharisees and the Sanhedrins knew the way, but Emmanuel told you don't go their way? It wasn't Judah. And when you say the Gentiles, what sense this make? I told you that Japheth, when you read in Genesis, come on, in the last segment of Japheth, when you read in Genesis, they told you that his descendants went to the isles of the Gentiles. Now you tell me. So if they went to the isles of the Gentiles, it's no need for us even saying anything was of a Negro descent. Erase all, because why? You said that they turned from, Emmanuel said that I came to my own people and they received me not. So he went and started teaching the Gentiles. So there's no need even saying anything about was your Jesus Christ European or not. Because if Jesus started and went to the Gentiles, then he was talking to Japheth. And Japheth is of the Caucasian persuasion. So there's no need to argue that fact. Even though that is about the worstest statement anybody could make. Because the book says that I was sent to the lost sheep of Israel, not the Gentiles. Remember, Paul's the apostle of the Gentiles, not Emmanuel. Now, do you see how Japheth teaching have them crept in and really got everybody, woohoo, when it is completely goes against anything that the book even states. And I'm talking about your own King James book. Because see, we're going to get into the Geneva Bible. We're going to get into the book that was the first translated from Hebrew and Aramaic to English. I didn't say from Greek. Because the New Testament was of Greek origin. Because why it was of Greek origin? Greek is Hebrew backwards. That's it. But y'all missing one thing. They spoke Aramaic. Uh-oh. So if anything had to be translated, it had to be translated from Aramaic to Greek, or Aramaic to Latin, or Aramaic to English. See how they got you really tore up? Remember, Hebrew was lost. Hebrew wasn't spoken in the time of Emmanuel, or you say Jesus Christ. I'm going to give you this last little piece and then I'm going to go. I was talking to my wife today, and she really opened these eyes to something. She said, Eddie, you know you got a building. I'm like, yeah. And she said, a building has more than just one door. You got the front door, you got the back door, you got the fire escape, you got the emergency exit. And within that building, you got many doors that open and close to different offices, right? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. She said, but there's one thing that you forget. It's only one building. All these doors come and goes through this building. And you want to know what she was telling me? Everybody who is trying to fight against apostolic is right. Baptism is right. No, the apostolic ain't know what they're talking about. Us Baptists is right. Oh, the Baptists ain't know what they're talking about. Us Pentecostals know what we're talking about. Oh, they don't know that. Everybody is a door. But they all forget that the Most High, and this is really finna get you. The Indians used to say a chant when we was on TV. And they used to say, Hava Heya, Hava Heya, Hava Heya. Right? And we used to laugh. Oh, man, that's not that. But now, since Hebrew is read from right to left, if you take the tetragram, which is Y, H, B, H, because there's no W sound in Hebrew, Japheth, Japheth, so quit trying to teach that mess. There is no W sound in Hebrew. So how can you have a W? Anyway, Y, H, V, H. When you read it from right to left, it's Hey, Va, Hey, Ya. Same thing that the American natives, as you call them, spoke. So do they have something that we don't know nothing about? That's another lesson. I bid you shalom. See, study to show yourself approved and quit with all this lip popping just to make yourself look good. See? I know why you don't look at these videos, which I urge you to go look at 1, 2, 3 before you get to this one. Good enough? Hava Heya to you. Hey, hey, ya, to you. Shalom.